Did you have an understanding that Dr. Shokar stopped the Precedex when he came to Grace's bedside on the 13th?
I had no idea Grace was on Precedex.
And so you would have known, you didn't know until you started looking at her records that she was on Precedex, and you wouldn't know whether Dr. Shokar started the stopped the Precedex. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
So, and again, I want to make sure I understand what your criticisms of Dr. Shokar are, and that would be one, the morphine dose. That would be one criticism you have of Dr. Shokar.
I really can't answer the specific question about a morphine dose. I mean, if morphine was objectively necessary, then I wouldn't have a criticism of that. It's the whole thing.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out specifically what your allegations against Dr. Shokar are. And
put an illegal do not resuscitate order on my daughter's chart.
Right. So that's one.
Yeah, that's kind of a big one.
Well, right. We covered that, but I'm just doing a summary here, Mr. Shara. And I want to know all the criticisms. And one obviously is the DNR. And
the second one is combining 3 meds that are contraindicated.
Well, do you have an understanding as to whether it was Dr. Shokar that ordered the Precedex?
So I don't know who ordered it. I mean, based on Dr. Shokar's testimony last week, he seemed to indicate that he doesn't like to use Precedex. I don't know the answer to who ordered it. But obviously, once he became the doctor in charge of Grace, he kept approving it.
And let's talk about the interaction of these 3 drugs briefly. Tell me again what your understanding is as to why these 3 drugs, what your concern about the administration of these 3 drugs is.
My concern is that my daughter's body was being used as a syringe to combine 3 drugs that killed her.
Well, I understand that, Mr. Sheriff, but what is your basis for stating that the 3 drugs in combination caused Grace's death?
She's dead.